Look, guys, I know it's our job and everything to help this guy out, but he's obviously lost his mind. I think we should just cut our losses and get out of here.
Legacy has truly given us some amazing figures over all areas of Transformers in its first two waves of Legacy and Legacy Evolution. And the third wave, Legacy United, seems to have continued that trend in spades. Sure, we got some more G1 figures that people love, taken to an interesting degree with that Optimus Prime figure. But we've also got Rescue Bots, Energon, Cyberverse, Beast Machines, surprisingly, and even Robots in Disguise 2001. Really can't wait for that HasLab figure. But today we're going to be talking about two Legacy United figures from two of my favorite Transformers cartoons. Animated Universe Optimus Prime and Cybertron Universe Starscream. Starting with Optimus, this is what Legacy was originally starting out with when it first came out. Taking well-known characters from other universes, but throwing them through a slightly G1ified filter. It had its ups, it had its downs, and you can definitely see where it works and where it doesn't. On this figure, I can't really say that it helped him, but I definitely wouldn't say it's a detriment. I look at this figure and I don't think it needs G1 detailing. There are certain things on it that aren't picked out in paint that sure could be, but I don't think it needs it. Because animated simplistic style is what made it special and likable. And that's why I picked out some appropriate paint apps that needed them. So, no to the silver on the shin vents, but yes to the yellow on his wrists and up here on his head.
You know, you can have another room. One with a roof.
I like this room. All this organic life, this nature, it refuses to be contained. Such a force of will. But everyone here is blind to it. They all rush to see everything, but never sit still long enough to experience what is around them. Just this morning, I observed one organic creature stalk another with such grace, such stillness.
Anybody else smell fried circuitry around here? Get it? Fried circuitry? As in yours! Hello? Any bot home? What? What'd I say?
One of the best things about this Optimus Prime figure, other than being from my favorite Transformers continuity, is that it comes with this proper, gigantic axe. It looks incredibly accurate to how it was supposed to be in the show, and not a piece of vehicle that half-assed tried to look axe-like. He doesn't come with a gun, but he never used one. He always just had these, arm-mounted things that changed for whatever situation he was in. Now, it's unfortunate that he doesn't come with those, but if you do have this chase figure, all you really need to do is take one of these arm-mounted things from him, and you just stick it on the forearm right here. You can simulate how that looks. And I'd say it actually works pretty well. As far as articulation for this guy goes, it's immaculate. But it's honestly hard to find a figure these days that doesn't have immaculate articulation. So while I am glad that they're here, seeing the wrist swivel, the waist swivel, and even the ankle tilt, all just seems second nature at this point almost, because they've been putting it with pretty much everyone. But still love to see it. Hasbro really stepped up their game with these figures, and I'm loving it.
Transform and roll out!
And the trunk mode looks pretty much perfect. I feel like the only complaint people would have would be the feet on the back don't look the way that they should, but it doesn't bother me at all. For a fun and involved transformation that leads to a truck like this, I'll take it. One thing I did need to confirm for myself though was the wheel placement, however. On the original toy, the wheels are further apart to give it a solid base, while this figure pushes them closer together and uses some secret wheels to balance it out. But looking at the animation model, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. Most likely to fit with a full fire truck rear setup, and, well, would you look at that? DNA Designs has us covered. Definitely picking that up as soon as I can. You know, for animated being my favorite show, I haven't talked about it nearly enough. Definitely gonna have to fix that in the near future. Anyway, animated sure has gotten a lot of love in the past year. With 3 new figures that 2 of them are spectacular out of the box and 1 growing them on me immediately. Slipstream says she's from Cyberverse, but she originated in animated, so. A Motor Master coming in these last few waves as Legacy United, as well as a Wasp repaint from Bumblebee here, not to mention the endless possibilities of customs that somebody could do if they wanted to. But I'd certainly love to see Hasbro do more Transformers animated figures. Jazz, Sentinel Prime, maybe Jetfire and Jetstorm. You can throw them into a Voyager or Leader class box with some accessories. I'll buy that shit. And hell, throw some more Decepticons in there. Please give us another Lugnut for the love of God. Or even better, a Striker figure. She would sell phenomenally. Even if you just did a core Decepticon like Blitzwing or Starscream. Hey, speaking of Starscream, this design for Starscream comes from Transformers Cybertron, a series that is still in my top 3 all-time favorite Transformers cartoons. And here's where you see the other side of what Legacy has been doing. Just straight up making the figure again, but with better articulation. No joke, same look, same proportions, all around exactly the same, but this figure comes with a wrist swivel, very deep ankle tilts, and it copies what that third-party figure Galaxy Star did and give a waist swivel with the cockpit. I feel like maybe this figure could have benefited from a knuckle joint like Tarn or G-Axis, but it's not really a necessity. He does come with a gun, which normally I would cast to the side because obviously he does not need it, but this gun's actually very nice and I don't mind him having it around. But if you don't want it, he still has weaponry within. He also comes with a cyber key. It doesn't do anything, but I love that these Cybertron figures have been coming with cyber keys. Because we got this one with Starscream, Cannonball has one, Vector Prime has his. I believe also Hotshot comes with a Speed Planet key. I love that they're bringing these gimmicks back even if they don't do anything. Just collectible items for the sake of having collectible items. And he even has the appropriate port on his back so that way he can have his planet key right there. So while in reality you do still have to flip the swords out, if you're like me, you're definitely going to want to animate the Cyber Key Power! Just for funsies. And yeah, that's it for Robot Mode. He's wonderful all around and just the original toy. Again. Starscream, transform! And over in Jet Mode, yeah, again, it's just the same. But in this situation, this is exactly what we want from this type of toy. Also, the gun actually has a really nice place to store underneath the Jet Mode here. You just take it, pop it right in here, and close it on up. Boom. Stealthy and still functional. Very well integrated. Honestly, I'm really glad Cybertron is getting a lot more love with late figures too. Because we got the Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime and the Cybertron Defense Hotshot from a few years ago. Not to mention Override and the Velocitron line. And even figures that just came out like Hotshot and Cannonball like I mentioned before. And this figure right here. I'd love to see more Cybertron in the future. Ransack and Crumple Zone? Possibly? Both of these shows that are some of my favorites getting so much love and attention, getting new figures. It's making me an incredibly happy collector. And not only that, having them be as incredible figures as these two, we're incredibly lucky as Transformers fans. So, that's been another review from me, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been 01 Trans Fan, the number one. I'll talk to you all next time. Take it easy.
I just can't with that guy.